first thing you need to do is call the police. Most insurance companies require that you file a police report. Most suburbs and smaller cities will come out to the scene of the accident and take a report from you. In some of the larger cities, in Cleveland and in Canton and in Akron, sometimes they require you to come to the police station and make the report. And I would urge you to do that so that the dates and the names and the times are all documented. When the police come out to the scene, it's important that you cooperate with them. You should limit the conversations that you have with the other drivers as much as you can. There's nothing wrong with asking the other drivers if they're okay, but really you should limit your contact with the other drivers. If you're injured and medical assistance is offered to you, you should take advantage of that. Again, you don't know sometimes how significantly you're injured, and if an ambulance shows up on scene and you're injured, you should allow those medical technicians to treat you at the scene of the accident. If you feel well enough, take some pictures of the cars, take some pictures of the other driver's license plate, take a picture of the location of the cars on the roadway. Oftentimes the evidence in these cases disappears very quickly, where the broken headlights are, where the radiator liquid is leaking onto the road. Oftentimes that's important to us in establishing where on the road the accident occurred. Did it occur on your side of the road, or did it occur on the other driver's side of the road? It starts from the very first time we meet with the client. That's usually within a couple days of the accident, and it's very important that certain evidence be preserved right away. Witnesses disappear, witnesses forget, witnesses move, and they can't be located. So one of the first things we have to do is find the witnesses, get statements from them, get photographs of the automobile before the automobile is repaired or before the automobile is sold for salvage. Get the cooperation of the State Highway Patrol or the police officer that conducted the investigation. Make sure the client is getting adequate and proper medical care. These are all things that need to be done right away within the first few days, at the latest in the first couple weeks. These are things that 6 months later or 8 months later you can't go back in time and do. You want a law firm that specializes in injury litigation. Motor vehicle cases, trucking accidents, slip and fall cases, dog bites, they all fall into the general category of personal injury cases. You want a firm that specializes in that. Here at Lowe Eklund Wakefield in Mulva Hill, that's all that we do. We don't handle divorce, we don't handle tax cases, we don't handle criminal cases. All we handle are injury cases. We've been doing it for dozens of years. Nobody wants to file a lawsuit. Nobody wants to run to court right away. We usually try to get the case settled prior to filing a lawsuit. But oftentimes the only leverage you have is to file a lawsuit, in which case it's not up to the insurance company anymore. It's up to a judge and jury to determine how much your case is worth. Everybody's case is worth a different amount because everybody is different. The same injury, let's say it's a broken leg, the same injury, a broken leg to a 10-year-old boy is going to affect that child much differently than a broken leg to a 60-year-old woman. So everyone's case has significantly different values. Ultimately, if the case can't be resolved, it's up to a jury to decide how much that broken leg might be worth. We have dozens of years of trial experience. We have settled and tried hundreds and thousands of cases over the years, and we have learned from doing this time and time again what the values of these cases are, and to a great extent it's based on how badly the injury has affected our client's ability to enjoy life. There is nothing more fulfilling and heartwarming in this profession than when a jury returns a favorable verdict and that client that you've come to know over the last 3 or 4 years throughout the litigation turns to you and thanks you and gives you a big hug and says he couldn't have done it without you. Oftentimes it's not about the money. Oftentimes the client just wants either an apology or they want to be proven that it wasn't their fault.